did get suspended for that, from the ACC for unethical refereeing. And I'm like, how he gets into the NFL? Do they not look at that? Like, oh, you're good. I think that was no,
No run through, right? No run through. We're just going in it.
we're going straight in.
Yeah, just go right in.
Straight in, put the tip in. Why not? He gonna just come up with an intro.
Oh, you'll find out.
You're the 10-second
You
prompt.
will find out.
Oh, wait, I'm looking into that camera. I'm looking into camera 3, by the way.
They'll
Or
signal
I
you.
can look into camera 2.
They'll signal you, probably.
Is there a commercial break?
All right, I'm going to look into that one, just in case
Is
that
it,
one
is it like auto shutting off? Is that the...
That one's camera 2, right? That's
It's-
where I'm going to start.
If it's auto shutting, it might be like in that setting.
Is that fine? Okay.
10, 9, 8,
Good luck.
7, 6.
All right, and everybody, welcome to a sports podcast. We are in Shaw's webcasting class here at the University of Central Florida in the Nicholson College. We are here just to talk about some sports for about 15 minutes. We got some NCAA football to talk about, we got some NFL, and then we also got some MLB. And we have some of our own little experts here. I consider myself the MLB expert. Then we also have Camden Mallory. He is our NCAA football expert, I would say.
That's me.
And then we got Cameron Dyan over here, so we're just going to stick over here. And then we got Philip Howell.
Laser
He's our
focus.
NFL
Guru, whatever you want to
yes,
call
we
me.
can say guru.
Yes.
Whenever these cameras decide to work, I don't really know what's happening. But let's just start off with some NCAA football. We got...
You don't need to record.
All right. This is a webcasting class. We're still learning how to do things here. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Are we still live streaming?
I think we're still live streaming.
Keep
We're
going.
still live, yeah, guys? All right, yeah, this is live. This is a podcast. This is how it goes, you know. It's not going to run
It
perfectly
happened.
every time.
What?
But let's start off with some NCAA football. We got Camden Mallory over here. He is our Ohio State guy. He is very big and very, very,
Very
yeah,
big.
you can
I'm
see it
so
on
big.
screen.
Big. Oh,
He's
you
so
are big.
He's huge.
I know from experience. Yeah, you're big.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right, so Camden, I heard you had a little rant that you wanted to talk about before we kind of got into
I've been
it a little
heated for the last couple days.
Why have you
Actually,
been so
since
heated?
yesterday. Oh, it's been... I'm boiling over my boiling point the last day.
I
Are
need
you ready?
To know.
You
I'm
ready to hear?
I'm ready.
Because the AP poll for college football is just a failed experiment. At the point where a team has 2 top 10 wins, one on the road, in a night environment like Notre Dame.
Let me take a guess. You're talking about Ohio
I'm
State.
talking about Ohio State,
Oh.
who is the only team in the country who has 2 top 10 wins, and yet they don't move up a single spot in the rankings. There's other teams like Washington, who just beat Oregon 2 weeks ago, who was a top 10 win, and they moved up 2 spots for it. How are you not going to reward these teams that are beating other good teams? Meanwhile, Georgia and Michigan, while they've looked great against the competition they played, they haven't beat anybody. Their best
Exactly.
win is number 20 Kentucky. And Kentucky, probably a little bit of a fraud.
A little
So,
bit of a fraud.
It's just crazy to see that a team can go on the road and beat a top 10 team, or at least beat them in their own environment, and not move up more than 2 spots.
You know it's hurting you guys
What's hurting me? Because I'm on the
because
team.
you guys are not beating these teams like convincingly.
So?
What do you have to do to beat a team convincingly? You're beating the a 7th best team in the country. Why do you have to beat them by 40?
Well-
Michigan beat Michigan State, who's 2-5.
And
Convincingly.
Notre Dame defense, I don't know what was going on, but they did have 10 players for 2 plays.
Yeah, okay. Keep
why-
talking
why
about it
are
all you want. They still have 2 top 10 wins, but yet they don't move up.
No,
Why do you
I-
have to beat a team 49-0?
Honestly, I agree, but I agree. Ohio State's at 3. I'm sorry, you keep them there.
Okay, I can raise this argument to you. It should be the top 14. There are 4 teams right now in the top 10 that are undefeated and have top 10 wins.
You better not say, oh, okay.
That's
go
Ohio
ahead.
State, Oklahoma, Washington, and I'm forgetting the 4th one. But there's a 4th team on there. I
What?
missed it. Oh, Florida State, right?
Florida State.
Those 4 teams are all below Georgia and Michigan, who don't have a single team on
All
their
right, let me
schedule
ask
that
you
they've beaten
this.
in the top 25.
You think Washington could beat Georgia?
That's
right
not
now?
the question.
No.
Do I think Washington could beat Georgia? Yeah, I do. But the question is not who would be favored. That's exactly what Nick Saban wanted to argue last year. Remember when he didn't get in the playoff? He's like, we're one of the 4 best teams. We'd be favored against them. Yeah, but you were favored against LSU, and you know what? You lost. You were favored against Tennessee, and you lost. Okay? Teams that are favored lose all the time. North Carolina just lost to Virginia. Does that still mean that they're not better?
I'm happy about that loss, too.
Yeah, you lost to Georgia Tech too, buddy. So
We
just
don't
want to say that.
We don't want to bring that up.
This is This poor camera. This has turned more into just like a debate almost, or maybe just a venting session for Camden. I don't know. But I kind of agree with you, because when you look at Georgia and Michigan, what have they've beaten good teams, or they haven't really beaten any good teams.
Right.
Meanwhile, Ohio State has played Penn State and Notre Dame, who were ranked really, really high and have been respected the entire season.
Right.
So why is it that Ohio State is behind Georgia and Michigan? We're going to get the Michigan and Ohio State game at the end of the season.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
So we'll
does
know
happen.
the difference between them two.
We will.
But
Yeah.
right now, I would probably have Ohio State over Michigan and maybe even over Georgia, because Georgia has looked spotty against some teams.
Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Auburn.
That's not fair because y'all guys look spotty against teams as well.
Who?
now.
Name them.
Which teams?
Name them.
Ohio State?
Yeah. Oh, they
What?
only
Oh,
beat
Notre
Indiana
Dame?
by 20.
No,
They only beat Maryland by 20. They look so spotty.
What team y'all played
Oh,
that?
who'd they?
Maryland. Y'all struggled
Maryland,
against
but they beat
Maryland.
them by 20.
But y'all
They beat them
struggled.
by 20.
I understand that.
What do
but
you?
most of the game, you
Georgia
guys
beat South Carolina by
struggled.
10 and Auburn by 7.
But that's an SEC school.
Whoa. Don't come out here and tell me Auburn, because they're in the SEC, provide a fight,
Look,
or that South Carolina provides
Anything,
a fight.
I'm gonna say this about football: anybody could lose on any given Saturday or Sunday.
But Ohio State hasn't.
Look, I'll tell you this: Ohio State,
And they played more
they're gonna have
better.
one loss, and they're gonna lose to Michigan.
That's fine. That's in 4
But
weeks.
the problem
right now.
is, you guys won't be in the Big Ten Conference Championship.
Right now, this week, we're talking about the rankings that came out yesterday, Phil, not 4 weeks from now. Right now, today. The rankings today show that Georgia and Michigan are above, that are
Okay.
above Ohio State, even though they've beaten a combined nobody. Go ahead.
Who's Michigan? I don't know. Like, who is Michigan hardest competition they win against?
Oh, let's
Penn-
go look it up.
let's do it.
I got it
I
right
can
here
tell
on my
you.
laptop.
Who they win against?
Michigan
the
State.
Week 1, East Carolina.
hardest?
They
West
won. They
Carolina.
only won 30-3.
Okay.
Only. I think they should have scored more points.
Okay.
Week 2, UNLV.
35-7. Same score Ohio State beat the team they played that week, by the way. So
Okay.
let's just call them even right now.
All right.
Bowling Green.
Oh, that's when Ohio State beat Notre Dame, by the way. So if you want to
It's
say
a Ohio
right there.
team, so that counts.
Rutgers.
Rutgers is actually pretty decent.
They won
They're not
31-7.
good. I know, but Rutgers is actually decent. They're
Okay,
they're
okay,
finally
and
good.
they
They're
won
finally
31-7.
good. You come on, give Rutgers credit.
Rutgers is pretty good.
Nebraska.
They're 6-2.
45-7.
They're taking care of business. That's not the question.
But that's what you want to see, though. You want to see them take
I
care of
want to
business.
see the teams that have
Wait,
good
and then
wins.
they went on to beat Minnesota,
This is their best
Indiana,
win.
and then Michigan State, who put Adolf Hitler on their screen.
That did happen.
That was pretty
happened.
messed up. I've
So
seen
so
that.
that's a whole dumpster fire of a team right there.
I've
What
seen
have
that.
they proven to you?
I don't know. So
What have they proven to you?
Michigan State's
Michigan
coach,
is proving that yes, our schedule is not as strong as right now as Ohio State, but we're like they don't make the schedule, but they
Okay.
are beating these
Can I ask
teams.
you one
All right,
question?
go ahead.
Right now, up to this day, what team has had the best wins or has played the toughest teams? What team has the best resume as of today?
I swear to God.
Best resume? No, best
Best
resume.
resume.
I'll give you credit. It is Ohio State.
It's Ohio
Yeah,
State.
yeah. I got the best resume.
And Florida State and Washington and Oklahoma, all teams with top 10 wins.
No, you get 100% true. But what they're going off is like this. Look, Georgia did have some spotty wins. I agree with you. Honestly, me personally, I don't think Georgia should be worth number one. If I have to be honest, I would say Georgia. I'll put Michigan 1, Ohio State 2, and Georgia 3. That's me because
Michigan number 1.
Georgia struggled. And the reason I have Michigan 1 because
I don't disagree
although
with you.
They didn't play. Although Michigan's not playing like good teams right now, they're still beating the hell out of teams that they are going against. Like
I don't
badly.
disagree with you that
So-
Michigan has looked the best and like the most complete team, dominating offensively and defensively. But teams should be rewarded for their wins, for valuable wins. They should be rewarded and be above the teams that have not yet had the chance to prove themselves. That's my take.
Look, all right, I'll tell you this: if you guys go into
Why? Why
Ann
do they have
Arbor,
to? Why do they do anything more?
I ain't
Why?
gonna lie to you, you guys got to beat Michigan.
Of course they have to beat Michigan.
If you guys go into Ann Arbor and beat Michigan, and let's say Georgia is still undefeated, I will say no. You guys should jump over Georgia.
I think they will. I think they're going to go in and win.
I like you.
In
You
Ann
lie a lot.
Arbor,
You don't think you're going to win?
I ain't gonna lie to you. No.
What?
You
You're
do-
talking all this, and then you don't even think they're going to beat Michigan? So why does it matter
even
if
if I'm
they're
not
winning?
Ohio
Hey,
State
you
fan.
seen last year, you understand why he believes that they would not
Yeah, but
win.
then if that's what's happening, then why does it matter where they're ranked now?
Because
Who
valuable
cares?
wins should matter. Why do we play the games? Why does Ohio State play against Notre Dame if they
I
don't
get that, but if
right.
you don't even believe that they're going to go and beat
It's a
Michigan,
tough road environment.
I'll say
100%.
this:
Right.
But then are they out of the playoffs completely?
I looked it up. I did do this right before the show.
Uh-huh.
If they were to lose to Michigan, not make their conference championship, they would still have a 61% chance to make the playoffs.
How?
I
Because
don't know.
of the
The number
teams
said
that you-
61. I didn't go through and do all the coding. It just said 61
that
on my
makes
phone.
no sense. So let's say that. Let's say you guys lose to Michigan, y'all don't make the conference championship.
Right.
Let's say.
So we got to go around the whole other.
So you got Georgia. There's only 4 teams.
You're
I know
saying
next
Geor-
year
this
is 12.
This is Georgia wins out.
So let's say Georgia.
Georgia's undefeated.
Michigan. That's 2
now.
spots.
Yep. Same as
yep.
last year. Florida State and Oklahoma
I can't.
right now.
For the God
Washington.
of me, I cannot say Florida State.
So if
You guys are
obviously
gonna get whooped this week.
obviously
or
if there's
next week.
4 other
No,
teams,
we play.
This week?
No, we got.
It's
We
2
got
weeks
2
from
more. Yeah, we got 2 more games. Then we play Florida State.
You guys are gonna get whooped.
if there's 4 other teams that are undefeated and won their conference, they'll get in over Ohio State. But that's just not been like what goes on in college football. Parity happens, and you see teams that lose to teams that they shouldn't lose to. So we'll see. But as of this moment, we've seen 7 games from each team.
I think the fact that probably what the committee is thinking that Michigan will probably do a better job beating Notre Dame and Penn State than you guys did because
see.
you guys
We'll see Michigan against
like
Penn
you
State.
got
We
what
will.
do they
2
play?
weeks.
Penn
They play
State?
2
2 or
weeks.
3 weeks. 2 or
I think
3 weeks.
11-11, whatever that is. If
So
that's 2
they
weeks.
got
3
that,
weeks.
and then so they got Penn State, and then they got you guys what next week after Penn
It's
State, right?
Penn. They go at Penn State. They go at Maryland. They go at home against Ohio State.
So
That's their last 3 games.
so they got last 3. All right.
They're gonna talk last 3 games of their schedule. Well, I'm gonna end this little rent session for Camden. I
Thanks.
appreciate you doing that vent, but now it's time for Phil's turn to vent. And we're gonna talk about the NFL here because I know he's gonna talk about it. The Dolphins got hosed. I think they definitely did. That wasn't the only reason that they lost the game yesterday, but the NFL officiating, these refs are god awful. It wasn't just the primetime game on Sunday night. It was Cleveland and Indianapolis. Now, you are a Cleveland fan, so you were very happy about it, but that was not what was it? What was
Pass
the penalty?
interference.
Pass interference. What was the play right before that?
Hands of the face.
So it called.
It was like
calls-
illegal contact.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
was
legal
looking for.
contact, and I'm like, wow, he
It was a strip sack that would have ended the game. Indianapolis would have won.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was
You're turning a blind eye now.
That was a good officiated game.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was great.
And
Well,
then
what about
the Rams and Steelers game. They
Rams
said
and
Kenny Pickett got the first down. I'm like, and where he got that first down?
he
That
was,
was kinda
well
crazy.
short.
That was crazy.
I mean, of the yellow line, yeah, but you got to remember the yellow line is not.
It's not
Yeah.
official.
It's not official.
Yeah.
But
It's
it
not
did
official.
look like it was a whole like yard apart.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, honestly,
But let's talk about the Dolphins and the Eagles. First of all, before we get into the officiating, what do you think the Eagles did better that the Dolphins didn't?
first, they was able to get. I can't say they got that. I think we was evenly same when it comes to getting pressure on the quarterback. Although they stopped our run, we couldn't establish the run. Jalen Hurts did a great job at extending plays because I felt like at times we had it covered. Him extending the plays like this, I'm going to give your DBs got to cover our receivers a second longer, which actually hurt us. Because there was a time where Bradley Chubb actually got there, thought he got the sack. He couldn't get the sack. Jalen Hurts extending the play, threw the ball down the field to A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
So they did that better. They did the tush push better. They fought it.
The brotherly shove, as they call it.
I think they converted on like 6 fourth downs.
Yeah.
That game.
One of them at the end of the game on their own 25, fourth down.
That was
Fourth
They were
down.
about to punt.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So when they was about to punt, I was so happy. When they called timeout, I
Oh,
hated it.
shit.
I knew it was coming.
Yup.
I knew it. They like, bro, and this is why I feel like it should be banned because of the fact, what team will have the balls to go for it when you're up that big? When
The
you're
Chargers.
up. When you're
Ernest
up
Daly.
and you're from the 25, you're like basically guaranteeing the team, the opposing team, a point, at least a field goal or a touchdown. So they knew for a fact that they was going to get it and that we couldn't stop it, and that's why they did it.
Okay. Well, again, as a Dolphins fan, like I'm not happy about it. I was sitting there with my dad last night watching the game. I'm like, here it comes, fourth down, fourth and
fourth
one.
down.
They're just gonna do it again.
It was so funny when they were like, "Oh, we
But-
stopped them. We stopped them." I'm like, "This, nah, they finna get this."
But I don't think that it should be banned because they are able to execute the play well.
It's not a legal
The-
play.
Why is it not legal? What's not legal about it?
Because I feel like it's more of a rugby play. As you watch rugby, they're
Big
freaking
rugby
pushing,
watcher.
and mind you now, chop blocking is illegal in the NFL. The linemen are diving. Jason Kelsey even said on his podcast, "Oh yeah, when I hike the ball and they showed it, he hikes the ball, then he goes straight down. That's chop block. He's taking away the
Okay.
D lineman."
I genuinely did not know that. So if
Yeah,
that's a
basically a chop
penalty,
block.
that's a penalty. Then why is it not being called?
Because it's so congested in there.
But if we know, if he literally said himself that, I am literally just falling.
I
to the
feel
ground.
like
So
the
if he's
refs
admitting-
are not going to call it due to the fact how congested it is, and it's very hard to call. Like, because at the end of the day, because you also have D linemen as well going down low as well. But so like it's so much. It's so much cluster, I would say, that it's kind of hard to call a penalty unless the team is off. As you can see, Christian Wilkins was offside. So he's like, yo, I need to fucking get, oh my God. I need
okay,
I
it's not
need to get a
against
jump on this play. And then we
Pat
got.
McAfee says it.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Pat McAfee says it.
Yeah,
You're okay.
you're absolutely right. Pat McAfee does say that. But honestly, what we could have done better, we could have established the run. We couldn't do that. False starts, that's not controlled by the refs. Christian Wilkins in the neutral zone, like how many times? That's not controlled by the ref.
What about let me ask you, what about the roughing the passer? Did you see that?
Yeah, I watched the game.
So the roughing the passer from Christian Wilkins to Jalen Hurts, he just pushed him.
Pushed
It was a
him.
one-step and push.
It was, I think, so what the commentators had said was they usually give you 2. Like, 2 is like the magic number of like 2, you get 2 steps, and once you hit 2, it's roughing the passer. And since you said you only took 1,
Yeah.
it's like, no, that's not a flag. I do want to say, do you guys think you're the first 2 people on earth to be like, hey, they're diving low, that's a chop block? You don't think the NFL's looked at that? You don't think that they know?
They can't
that,
ban it mid-season, though. That's why
No,
I'm
I'm saying like
End of the
last season.
they gonna
Last season,
ban
you
it.
don't think anyone else brought up the concern like, hey, Kelsey's diving really low, that's a chop block? Like, you don't think they looked at it like, not a chop block?
I guess.
Because
you think you
I
two are
think
just like
'cause
ahead of everyone on
They,
the times?
I think when they started the tush push last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they started
believe.
last year, right? I think it's gonna be banned for this game due to the fact that
They're gonna ban it for 1 game.
I'm gonna tell you why, because how it's so
Wait,
now,
what game are they going to ban it for?
the Dolphins game. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you how.
okay.
Oh, because of the
Yeah,
Dolphins.
okay.
Because
Oh,
it's gonna be a
I-
point.
we were on the
Next
same
game.
wavelength.
Yeah, it's gonna be a point. Let's say the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, and let's say they're at the goal line and they're getting ready for that brotherly shove. Like it's gonna like I feel
They
like
did
it's
it in the
gonna
Super
ruin
Bowl
the
last year.
integrity of the game.
They did it in the Super Bowl last year, if I'm not mistaken, and yet they still didn't ban it. So I don't think they're going to ban it anytime
will.
soon,
They
unless
will.
they can find ways to change the rule to make it more difficult on them.
No,
but,
just say this illegal. You can't do it.
okay. But at the end of the day, you're saying Philly, you can't do it because no one else has been able to replicate what they've done.
Nobody
Like,
tried to.
do-
Well, you say
Do you really think that the other teams don't go? Why don't we try that? Oh, it's because our quarterbacks can't deadlift 600 pounds.
No,
have
I
you
feel
seen
like they
Jalen
don't need
Hurts in
to.
the weight
Like,
room?
so I think I could tell you teams that I feel like will do good. The Bills, Josh Allen's
That's fair.
bigger.
Justin Herbert, why don't they try it?
I guess they don't want to put their quarterbacks in harm's way.
I've never seen
But
Jalen Hurts get hurt.
Jalen Hurts is so much smaller than both of them.
He might be stronger. I've never seen.
If you see
Never
when
seen
they're
Justin
done,
Herbert
he's
deadlift.
not. Jalen Hurts is not really at the bottom of the pile. He's really most of the time on top.
He's getting pushed by people like
He's
Dallas Goedert.
getting pushed, and
A.J.
now,
Brown.
like I said, when it comes to refereeing, when forward progress stop, that's when they blow the whistle. If you're getting pushed still and you're moving,
That's
forward
not
progress
far.
hasn't
His
stopped
feet
yet.
aren't even on the ground.
Yeah, yes, there was one time his
he's
feet's
just
not
getting-
on the ground. He's still
What
getting
I-
pushed. So you got bodies on bodies, right? If you're getting in there and people are pushing you on top of those bodies, you're still moving forward. What you could do? Why you think we was diving? We was jumping over to try to grab them and stuff like that. We're trying to find out something. We was experimenting. We just couldn't stop it.
I want to see them do this play on like fourth and
3,
fourth
yeah.
and 5, something like that, because they're getting more than just 1 or 2 yards on this.
They're
play.
getting
They're getting a lot.
a lot
so
of
I
yards.
want to see if they can actually get it on like something
Unblockable.
crazy like that when they're playing like a lesser team, just for the fun of it. And then also just for the fun, what's your Super Bowl predictions?
Oh boy, that's tough. The
Right.
Browns. No, I'm kidding.
Possible.
I went at the start of the year. I'm sticking with it. Bengals and 49ers.
Bengals, 49ers. Do you think the Bengals are
Bengals?
They're 500 right now. Like what? The Dolphins are. What are you guys? 4-3.
We
5-2.
5-2.
5-2. Sorry, I made a mistake. What are the Bills right now?
4-3.
But if I said the Bills right now, you guys would be like, okay.
No,
But
I said it before the season.
let me
The
get
Bills gonna
someone.
decline.
Let me get someone more
I s-
neutral.
oh, okay.
If
Okay.
I said the Bills right now, you wouldn't be saying anything.
No, I wouldn't.
Bengals
but
are figuring it out.
They haven't looked that good.
Bengals or Bills?
The Bills.
That's fair. That's fair.
But
I'm sticking with my start of the year prediction.
I don't know the whole schedule for the Bengals that they have coming up. But if
I-
Joe Burrow's healthy, then
It's hard picking against the Chiefs and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Oh
No.
God, I,
I mean,
don't even want to
think
get into
the
that. That's
NFL
a
just
whole
wants
nother
them to
conversation
win.
that we could
If I
have.
have to be honest.
But
Don't get it.
No, if I have to be honest.
I know where this is going.
No, if I have to be honest. If I had to say, it's going to be hard for Super Bowl prediction because I feel like it's up for grabs. But if I had to say 2 teams from the NFC and AFC, honestly, the Eagles and the 49ers. And then I'm sorry, I have to say the Dolphins and the Chiefs.
Okay, so about the Dolphins, we just watched what happened last night. I mean, they're decimated by injuries. That's 100% sure, too.
Yeah.
Can
Definitely.
I give you a stat?
What's up?
I told you this last night. I'll tell you. Dolphins have not beaten a team with a winning record in
Yeah.
500 days.
Yeah, it's been.
They don't do it. They don't do it.
What was the last one when they beat the
But-
Bills?
Maybe
No, 500 days is even more than that.
400.
Okay,
I don't know.
so
I'm exaggerating.
And in our defense, I mean that's not our problem because let's be honest.
That is our problem.
Before the start of the
would be
season,
our problem.
no, before the start of the season, they thought the Broncos was gonna be good.
Yeah, but
We don't. They
you
don't make the
you haven't
schedule.
beaten a team. That's good.
But it's like Michigan, like yo, we don't make the schedule. We just go out there and play.
Mm.
So you gonna discredit us for going out there and kicking the shit out of teams that you guys put us up to play against.
We put up a
That's not
70
fair.
burger on an NFL team. That's
We put up 70 points on the NFL. Come on, not that like.
That did happen.
I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see what happens throughout the rest of this season. We're only in week 7. We've got a whole bunch more to go and the playoffs.
Are
So
you giving your pick or no?
no, I'm the host. I don't have to, so it's
Okay.
fine. I can be neutral.
Got it.
But I'm gonna move into the playoffs real quick for the MLB. We've got a Game 7 going on tonight with the Astros and the Texas Rangers. The Rangers were able to take Game 6 last night to stave off elimination. The biggest thing coming out of that series, Cameron, you were texting me about this last night. This whole benches clearing,
Yeah.
getting hit by a pitch. What are your thoughts on it as a more of a average or
Yes.
less than casual baseball?
I
fan?
have watched one postseason baseball game, and it was that game.
No way.
From start to finish.
Nice.
Yeah. So my issue with it is that I'm watching a game where you hit the ball 16 times total between the two teams, right? So it's already like things aren't happening every couple minutes. In order to get the crowd engaged, you want things to be happening all the time. And then, of course, Altuve hits a great home run in the ninth. But the home run in the 7th or 6th inning,
I think it was the 6th.
6th inning we'll go with, the 3-run homer put the Rangers up. I'm like, wow, that was awesome. The guy that just hit that home run, he's like, I'm him. He's flexing, whatever, walking around the bases, like having a great time. He just made a great play in the postseason, probably the moment of that guy's life. Very next at bat, hit in the shoulder. It's like, now you said to your defense, or to his defense, the ball might have gone away from him, but they ejected the pitcher for suspended for 2 games.
For more context, that pitcher had only hit 3 batters the entire season,
Yeah.
and then also, to the credit of the Astros, the situation did
Right.
not
That's
mean
what Dusty Baker was saying.
the situation was there was a runner on first, and this put a runner on first and second, and they were already down a run or 2 runs. So they're not going to put themselves in that position to put more runners on for potential for more runs. So the argument for the Astros is that.
I
But
get that side.
again, it was too much of a coincidence. Like
Right.
that just cannot happen. Phil, do you have any thoughts on that? Like
I didn't know about that until just now.
the bench is clear. and
We're
everything.
teaching.
Like it
We're
was
teaching.
cool.
Oh,
I
I'm-
like baseball fights.
I thought it was great for the sport. Like, it actually made it exciting. And then
Is baseball fights like hockey fights? Like hockey,
They
they'll
can.
let you fight. They'll let
They
you
can.
fight it out. For a
No,
second.
you know what? I'll say it's different because hockey, you get 2 minutes for going an all-out brawl. You get 2 minutes. The guy got suspended who got hit, and he didn't even hit anybody. He got suspended 2 games, didn't lay a finger on anybody.
I think I like
He's
baseball.
appealing.
I like baseball fight due to the fact that they'll look at each other like, "Oh, you want to go? Yeah, I want to go," and they just start running at each other.
Run out to the mound.
Sometimes. Some of them are like that. But going on to the other series, we have the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. This has been a very fun series. I mean, Philly, that's a great sports town. I know we were just talking about the Eagles and everything, but they're a fantastic sports town. And Citizens Bank Park, that stadium is absolutely electric. They sing the song. I just had it on my phone. I don't even remember what it's called anymore because I just have it engraved in my head. Just that song over and over and over again, and I'm so sick and tired of it because my Marlins got eliminated by the Phillies earlier in the playoffs. But Bryce Harper, he is the man. Kyle Schwarber, he is a postseason veteran. Trey Turner, from the terrible season he had to start the year after like August 6th or something, they applauded him and everything, even though he was having a really shitty year. And they applauded him and everything, and he just turned it around. He's been huge for them. Phil, what are you looking at in this series right now? It is currently 3-2 advantage.
And
to
Philly's
the
got
Phillies.
it. I think Philly's.
They
take
got
it.
Aaron Nola on the mound tonight. He has been huge for them.
Well,
in the
difference
postseason.
Who's
maker.
home? Who's home?
It's the Phillies at home.
It's in
So they have
Philly.
Citizens Bank Park. They got Aaron Nola. I don't even know who's pitching for the Diamondbacks. I think it might be Merrill Kelly.
I think Phillies.
Throw me out on the mound.
Reason why I say Phillies take it because let's be honest, they just beat the best team in MLB when it came to the Braves,
Yeah.
which I think nobody gave them a shot of winning. Really, everybody thought it was going to be the Braves and possibly the LA Dodgers. in the World Series.
Can't
And
happen, but yeah,
it's a foul.
close enough.
Yeah.
Or people
The
thought
NLCS,
Orioles.
NLCS.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
It's
don't
okay.
know.
It's okay.
Yeah, but
New baseball fan. It's all right.
yeah, I'm trying. But
casual
nah,
baseball.
Bryce Harper is
Can we?
that guy.
Speaking of, put aside Mike Trout. Does anyone deserve a ring more than Bryce Harper right now?
He
Like for
doesn't.
how
No,
many
he
years?
100% does. When he came into the league, I despised him when he came up on the Nationals. I thought he was a bratty little kid. I remember when he got his first career hit, he's running around the bases. He throws his helmet off. He's got his hair going all over the place, and he's like, yeah.
He's so sexy though.
No,
Oh.
he's with the beard now
Good-looking
in
guy.
October. Oh, my God, it's great.
Trade alert. I'm sorry. I just got this notification. Besides baseball, guess who the Eagles just got?
Oh, Jesus.
Kevin Byard
From the Titans?
from the Titans.
Wow. Okay.
Why? I mean, I guess
They
it
gotta
doesn't
get
matter
better.
anymore.
He's
for
a
them.
better safety than
gotta get better.
they got rid of Terrell Edmonds for 20, 24, 5th,
Not
and 6th
Terrell
round
Edmonds.
pick.
He was just at the Phillies game.
He was at the Phillies game.
Just played the game, yeah. But no, yeah, they got rid of him. And Kevin Byard is a probably top 10 safety in the league. So yeah.
Wow.
They
So does
just
that
beat-
change anyone's predictions?
No.
Oh no, I still got the Eagles and 49ers in the NFC Championship.
Okay.
No
But-
love to the Green Bay Packers.
No.
But back to baseball. Yep.
So if the series tonight can end for the Rangers and Astros, who do you think wins?
Astros.
Who's on?
Astros.
Well, they're both in Dallas, or they're both
They're
in
both in
Texas.
Texas.
Oh,
so
they
it's
both
like,
in Texas?
It's,
Okay.
it's like
Whatever.
it's like a probably
So it's kind
5
of
minute
home
drive.
team. Yeah.
Framber Valdez is on the mound for
Oh yeah.
for Houston, and oh my God,
Who is it?
I don't even know. It's not Evaldi. He pitched last night, right?
Well, I called
Yeah.
Evaldi, I think, pitched last
Asking
night.
me like
Hold
I
on,
know.
Let me pull it up real quick. I should have known.
While he's doing that, we can
I ain't
stall
gonna
for a
lie.
second.
Scherzer. Scherzer's
I
on
was
the
gonna
mound.
say Scherzer. That's where I was
That's
going.
huge.
You
That's a
said
good
it's- you
matchup
said it.
that I will not be watching because I'll be in class with you guys.
I'm skipping class.
I ain't gonna lie
Give
to
me-
you.
Just pick one.
I'm gonna go with the Rangers.
All right, I like it.
Okay.
We got Astros.
Yeah.
Rangers.
Astros, Phillies. You know,
You think we're
Phillies.
gonna have a
Ash-
repeat? Are we gonna have a repeat?
I say
said
Phillies.
Rangers.
No,
No.
Phillies are Rangers.
Oh, Rangers. Okay.
Phillies
so
deserve it. I hope the Phillies win.
I hope the Phillies win
Yeah.
too.
I ain't
actually.
gonna lie to you. If they win, please don't let them get it in football, please.
The Philly does deserve a win because they have been in the championship
In
of a
lo-
lot.
Every sport.
Every
pretty much.
sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But that is all the time that we have for this episode of A Sports Podcast in Shaw's webcasting class. I appreciate everyone for listening and watching, even if you don't like sports. I appreciate everyone. The production, I appreciate all of them. We had camera issues all the first 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. I don't even know.
Probably
But
the
yeah,
whole show.
I appreciate my guests for coming on and talking sports with us. Thank you. Thank you. And we will see you all next time. Peace.
They all look so interesting.
Without
I know,
the
right?
camera issues, that would actually been a good ass show. Yeah, like honestly.
Yeah, all three.
Like,
No, but you guys, every single word.
he was like, what the fuck?